Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic, let's make some.
Hi friends, welcome to Saturday in the Studio. My name is Lisa Schmidt and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and it's Saturday. I love Saturdays. How about you? We're happy that you're going to join us here, and I'm going to show you, it's graduation season. We just got our first graduation invitation, which we don't get as many anymore. Kind of thank goodness.
Now that our kids are older.
Now that our kids are older, we don't get as many, but we do have one, and we're excited to go to that. So I thought it appropriate to show you some graduation cards and how to make a graduation card. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to use the seasonal celebrations. Can you come in closer? I really hate all that on the edge. Seasonal celebrations. There we go. Seasonal celebrations stamp set. And this stamp set is on the last chance list. So if you want it, you want to get it now. But it is great because it has, I did one with a daffodil. And then we've got St. Patrick's Day. There's birthday. There's graduation, which we're going to use. And I think it's really hard to find good graduation sets. And then we've got the little bunny. This is the little pom-pom for the hat. And then, of course, we've got some daisies and some flowers, some stars, and some confetti. So pretty much have most of the seasons covered. Most of the holidays covered is, I think, where I was going. So we're going to start with a black piece of cardstock, and it was 5.5 by 8 and 5.5 by 8.5, and then I just cut off from corner to corner. I just cut off that one piece. I did score it at 4 1/4. So this is a fun fold that you can make with for any occasion. This is just a fun one for this. And who says that graduation has to be always black and boring? So I'm going to use these bright, fun colors. I think this paper is also on the last chance list. I cannot tell you the name of it, but it is a designer series paper, and you could use any designer series paper that your little heart desires. So this is cut.
Morning, Diane.
Good morning. This is cut at 4 1/4, 4 by 5 1/4. So it's gone in a quarter of an inch, and you can see it's not the same piece, but that's okay because you're going to notice they don't really have to match. So I do put a border on the outside edges like that.
So we probably won't use these for our 2 graduates so far because they're both boys.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. That's okay. And then we'll
I'm
put
sure we'll
this
get a female graduation invite.
for a girl. Yeah. And then this is going to go on the inside here. And like I said, it doesn't have to be the same piece. It doesn't have to, because right here we're going to stick something there that's going to make it.
Oh, it looks pretty darn close.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. All right. And then I'm going to take this as a black piece of cardstock that is scored. It is 3 by 8.5. So it's a full sheet, 8.5 by 3. And then it's just scored at that 4 1/4, just like a standard card. And we will put this right in here, not worrying about anything here. We don't need white or anything to cover that. So let's go ahead and stick that in. And I'm just going to center that right on the page, on the card here. Because if you center it, then when you open this, that folds down, and it can fold like that, and it's centered on this side. Now, we obviously need to decorate it a little bit. So I am going to use, I'm actually going to do inside first. I don't know why, just because. Inside, I have a 2 3/4 by 4. So this is going to sit right in here. And we're going to stamp congratulations down the side of it because the congratulations is kind of big. And the congratulations comes from this reason to celebrate. And this one is available. And it also has all the holidays. And I really think that these two pair together perfectly. Look at that alliteration. Pair together perfectly. I just think that's really, these work really well because of all the different sentiments here, as well as those. So we're going to stamp congratulations. And I'm using my Memento Black, which I understand is going away, but I really like it. So, and I'm going to stamp one time on a little notepad. Actually, the notepad I have my little notes on, just to get it darker. Because the first time you stamp, it doesn't always come out perfect, or like really dark. So I'm just going to stamp that. And now I'll stamp it on here, on this side. And I'm going to stamp it up here, just like that. Nice and dark. My end got a little squishy, but that's okay. You know what? When there's money in it, they don't care. They don't even notice it. All right, let's go ahead and, it's okay. Let's go ahead and stamp or adhere this one on.
Hi, Mary.
So we'll stick that one on the inside like that. Congratulations. Perfect. Now we will, I'm going to use my bone folder and just burnish this a little bit. Same with this side. Now we're going to decorate the front. And on the front, I decided to use something from the Spotlight, or put it on the Spotlight on Nature dies. And so I used this one with the little flowers popped out because it is for girl. Not that they're flowers, but they could be. I have one little piece right there that didn't come out. So that is going to sit here, but we're going to stamp on it first.
Hi, Mary Jo.
Oh, hi, friends. And I'm going to take my black. We're going to use our graduation hat. And again, I'm going to stamp it off because I've not stamped with this one today. And I want to make sure that it comes out really dark. And so I feel like some of the ink adheres to it on your second run, so to speak. So let's go ahead and I'm going to stamp it towards the, actually, I'm going to stamp it towards the top because underneath I'm going to put graduation. On top, I'm just going to put happy. It's a little happy. I mean, it's happy for them, but it's a little happy for me. All right. So that's fine. We got a little piece. I got a little something right there, but I'm going to cover that up so it doesn't matter. So I think I'll just run it through or put it on my Stampin' Scrub just to get that off. And then I'm going to stamp that top part one more time. Let's ink that really well. Get it nice and black and ink that right here because I'm going to cut out that top. Now, if you wanted it really, really dark, you could color that in, which is what I did on my sample. But I'm just going to cut this piece out with my little snips. And we're going to pop that piece up because that just makes it look fun. This Seasonal Celebrations does not have dies that go with it, but all of the images are really bold and not difficult to cut out. So I think it's just a little snip, snip, and it comes out really cute. All right, and then this last one, there we go. All right, and like I said, we're going to pop that up and use a little, just a little strip here. And put that there. And it's not even perfect. You can tell I did not cut it perfectly, and that's okay because it's already sitting on something black, so you can't really see it too much. So we'll put that there. Just pops it up a little bit, gives it a little dimension. And then we'll stamp our little happy, which comes in this reason to celebrate. I'm going to do the happy here, and then the little big congratulations on the inside. So happy graduation. We got happy new year, happy anniversary, so many things. Happy birthday. Everything's happy, happy, happy. All right, so let's go stamp our little happy on the top up here, and I'm going to squeeze my little graduation in, big graduation on the bottom. Here's a graduation. I'll get that one on the bottom. Oh, I think I got too much ink on that this time for sure, so I'm going to just, I think I was getting a little overly excited about my graduation. There we go. All right, and we're going to put that right on the bottom there. Happy graduation. And then this piece is going to sit right here. We don't even need to pop it up because we've already got the hat popped up. So let's just put some of our strips on it. You know, I like to use the strips, especially on something big. I like to use strips. And it doesn't even have to be anything fancy schmancy. I said we didn't have to pop it up, and then I think I did pop it up. That's okay. Doesn't matter. It's popped up now. There we go. So, and the last thing, oh, I forgot my tassel. Don't forget the tassel. I should have done the tassel earlier, but we're going to squeeze in a tassel right here. I got to take that apart a little bit more to get the tassel in. All right. That's okay. All good. I don't know if I've told you I have this sticker that has a house on fire. It says, I'm all good. Good. Everything's fine. Fine. So I got to get this the tassel in. Because I'm covering this up and because my space is small, I'm going to move over to the right just a little bit to get it all the way on my little card there, because that's getting covered anyway. Now we're back on track, just like that. And this time I'm just going to stick it on like I said I was. How about that? I think it doesn't really matter to pop it up the second time. I'll stick that right there. Put the cap on the ink. All right. Then, obviously, we want to put something right in the middle there because that's just calling for a gem or something in the middle. So I'm going to use our rhinestone gems, tried and true, right there. Rhinestone gems are great. I'm going to use a big one. Anytime you don't know what to use, just use a rhinestone gem. All right, so there's our happy graduation. Congratulations. That did get a little smudged. I'll probably stamp it and cover it up again. That's okay. But there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, I have one more to make when you're done, but I know you have something to say. I'm going to stamp my congratulations and cut it out and put it on there while you're doing that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So, as you always know, for everything stamping, go to thestamperstudio.com. Once you're there, you can scroll on down, and Stampin' Into Summer Weekend is coming. Stampin' Into Summer Weekend is our virtual event that we do with Amy and Tracy. And the deadline for registration is Monday. So, Stampin' Into Summer is 9 hours of Stampin' creativity. We do 3 hours Friday night, 3 hours Saturday morning, 3 hours Saturday afternoon. Each of those times, you will see 3 different product suites or bundles, lots of samples, demonstrations on how to use it, and a make and take project for each and every one of those. So when you sign up for Stampin' Into Summer, if you sign up for the full event, you will have a party box delivered to you. What's in our party box? Your party box comes with all of the make and take materials needed for your projects, some special goodies and treats, and it's just fun. Who doesn't like getting a fun package in the mail? So Stampin' Into Summer, the dates of the event are May 29th and 30th, but registration is due by Monday. Monday the 11th is our deadline. So please make sure to join us for Stampin' Into Summer and sign up today. Like I said, go to thestamperstudio.com, scroll on down, and click that register button in the Stampin' Into Summer section. Thanks,
Dave. All right, this next card, excuse me, this next card we're going to make is going to be a pop-up card. So, I wanted to show you the one I made prior to this one. I wanted to show you the sample of that. So you can see how this one I actually colored in after I stamped it. I colored it with a Stampin' Blend just to make it darker. And then this one obviously has a little bit of the white, so it's not quite as feminine. It's more of a masculine card. So that's an option too. Or re-ink my black to make it juicier. This one, let's get all this out of the way. I am going to make a pop-up card using our scorer. So I have my black is 5 by 5. That's the mortar board. But the inside is going to be 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. Now what I want to do is I want to score. So when you're scoring, you want to make sure you park the dark in the dark. The dark is down here. Park the dark in the dark. That's the cutter. We don't want to use the cutter. We just want to use this. So I'm going to put my corner on that line and corner on that line, and know that I'm starting in the middle so I don't crunch the edge, but know that that will take care of my line. Pardon?
Your score line.
My score line, yeah. All right. All of a sudden I'm forgetting, but I'm going to remember. All right. And this I said, oh, didn't I say 4? Oh, that's right. I forget that this measure starts over for. So 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. Of course, I could have made it 2 1/2, but now I'll just go a little bit less if I had made it 5. And you're going to score one side like that. And then score the other side like that. I'm just trying to think. Gosh, I haven't made one of these in a while, and I thought, oh, that'd be fun. Let's go there. All right. So this is going to, and I might have scored a little bit too. Oh, I didn't even go through the middle. Oh, well, I'm going to make it the middle. There we go. So use an even number. Use a number that you don't have to think about what the scoring would be. That's what I'm going to say. All right. So this is going to, this way, is going to, I'm going to fold this in half. And I'm going to fold this. You can do any size. You can do 6 by 6. You can do, this one is a 5 by 5. And we're going to make this like a little origami like that. Okay. So I just made this so it's going to pop up. Mine has lots of score lines on it, but it doesn't, I'm going to.
It's going to get covered.
It is going to get covered. So there is that. I think I made my mortar board too big. Don't you think?
Kind of big for me.
Kind of big. I forgot when you fold it, it actually becomes smaller. So this would be, it's going to be about 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. So let's just fix this. Now we can take the dark out of the dark. We'll try a 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. I think that'll be the right size. So just know when you start, it's going to get a lot smaller, and you might just want to play around with it a little bit and see. All right. So this is going to sit right on here like that, right on top. And then it's going to open up, and there's your card. Now, I know that it looks kind of like, oh, well, that's your card. No, we can stick it onto something else to make it have more substance. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this once I find where I stuck my, here it is right here, adhesive. I'm going to put adhesive just on that little triangle. And sometimes I make this more of a rhombus, like more a little bit not so square. Square is easiest. And I think mortar boards actually are square.
They are.
Yeah. So, and I want to go over the white just a little bit so I don't want to see the white from the front. So when I open it up, I've got this. Now, let's go ahead and put that on. I just chose Hopkins Blue because I do know some graduates from Hopkins. So we'll make this, we're going to start with 4. I'll start with my standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we'll see. We might have to make it a little bit smaller. This is blueberry. Blueberry bushel, such a pretty color. Well, it's our color, so I see a lot of blue. All right, I think we will be good with that because this is going to sit right here like that. Okay, so I'm going to put adhesive on this part, and this time I am going to use our Stampin' tear and stick tape because I really want to make sure that this does not come up. Now I don't cut the end, I just turn it and keep going because it'll all come off, or the sticky part will come off, and it doesn't matter if there's extra right there. You know, some people are like, why would you do that? I want it to be perfect. Well, because it works just fine. And then tear it. All right, so let's go ahead and take your pick and pull this up right here. Nope. Make sure it's stuck all the way down and then pull it up. I think the whole thing came. There we go. Nope. What is happening here? I think the end didn't have much sticky on it because it was loose, you know?
Oh, yeah. Maybe try the other end.
Maybe that's a great idea. Let's use this end instead because that was like fresh off the roll. There we go. There it is. All right, perfect. But what I was saying about the corners is you can just pull this and it will come off. And the tape is actually thin enough that it's not going to make, I just don't like cutting sticky things because then my scissors get icky. Sticky makes it icky. Okay, so it's okay that there's a little bit extra there. I'm going to center that. Of course, you could put something really fancy on there. But, I mean, the background, you could fancy it up. But that is going to be our card. As I'm looking at it, I'm thinking one more thing, but I don't have any vanilla. Can you grab a piece of vanilla? Because we will cut out a little square right here. That's what would look great is another square. But while we're doing that, while he's getting that, let's go ahead and decorate the top. Now, I am guessing Stampin' Up! No longer has this gold cord. I don't remember, but the gold cord is essential for my tassel. So there's a little knot in it. So we're going to go ahead and make a little tassel. We're going to make a tassel by just winding it around. I'm not going to use that piece. By 3 fingers. Let's push that out of the way. 3 little fingers here. We're going to make a little tassel. I think 3 will be about right. Yeah, this became a mess. It kind of came off my roll and whatever. It's fine. All right, so here's that's going to be my tassel. So we're just going to trim that. And I'm going to trim this. I'm not going to cut all these yet because then everything seems to fall apart. And I'm going to use that first piece I cut off, even though it's kind of big. And we're going to tie this right here to hold all that together with my agile fingers. If you made it longer, you could also tie it into a knot. It just gets a little thick. The twisted part here, you could cut into a knot. But that's good enough. That'll work just fine. There we go. And if you can get these going the right direction, you can just add them to your tassel. Now I'm ready to, trim my tassel. And I do kind of want them to be, are they all cut? Yes. I do kind of want them to be like a haircut. The same size. There we go. All right, so that is going to be our tassel here. It's cute. It could be longer because of our mortarboard. And then I'm going to use these flower accents. They are gold, they are currant, and they are so pretty. So I'm going to use one of these to hold it together. But before I do that, I am going to stick on a glue dot right on the bottom here. Because I don't want to trust that this little gold is going to hold on everything. So I'm going to grab my first clean glue dot there. Let's stick that on a little bit more and then pick it up. I'm going to tear that and get that off. All right, so put that in the middle there. And
hey, Sandy.
So this is where I'm going to put the gem because the knot is right here. Well, the knot is kind of thick, so I'm going to put it on that part I left up. So let's grab a little gold here and stick it right there. Tuck in that little piece. And it's cute. It's cute. So let's fix that inside. So I'm going to cut another piece that would be the same size as this one. And I believe I said this one was 3 by 3. Did I? Let's double check. 3.5. Oh, good. I'm glad I checked. So 3.5 by 3.5, and then we'll finish that paper on the inside. So look at that. Already cut to 3.5, and that one will be 3.5. How many of you have graduates? Anybody have graduates coming up? Either your own or going to graduation parties? So let's see. I might have to trim it a little bit more because I don't want that to show. But it tucks right in there, and then those score lines get hidden, and I'm going to go another 1/4 inch off of both sides. Another 1/4 inch. There we go. I was thinking I should get another one of those cutters, Dave, so I leave one over here and have one over in my space.
Let me just put one underneath the other side.
That was this one.
Oh.
All right, so then this is the piece I'm going to stamp on, right? And it's going to get stamped on this way because that's the way it's going to fit in there. I will go ahead and stamp in that black. And let's go ahead and stamp Happy Graduation, or you could stamp Congratulations. Well, I think we could stamp Happy Graduation on the front. I'm going to stamp Congratulations on the inside. As I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that would look cute. Like I said, I haven't made one of these in a while, but they are fun. There we go. Congratulations. So let's go ahead and stick that in. You just don't want to get close to the very point because that does not have adhesive on it. Okay, so I got to put it in up on the higher part. And you can put some here, just don't go to the point. There we go. We'll pop that right in there, just like that.
Nice. Mary Jo has a great niece graduating.
Nice.
I was thinking if you wanted to make it even more festive,
yeah,
where Lisa has the blueberry, you could use the Painted Patterns designer series paper. It comes in all the different color families, and I think the polka dot one would be very fun and festive.
Sure.
And you could, again, choose the color that matches the school or school colors that you're looking for. So that would be another option to sort of
Sure.
give it a little festive flair.
There we go. So happy graduation, ooh la la. And if this bothered you up here, you could add another 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. It doesn't bother me, but if it bothered you, you could. So that's kind of fun. It pops open like that. And then you just want to use your bone folder, thank you, to hold it kind of more shut. Probably more as I did it, I could have, but that's okay. So there is that. And here are these. My ink. This is my ink. And then there's this one right here. So lots of fun graduation cards. Look at that. I think they're fun. They're both fun folds because this one, you know, has the up and then open, which I always think is a fun thing too. So hopefully you got a good idea for your graduation if you're going to one. But I look forward to seeing you on Monday. I hope you have a great weekend. Remember, Monday is the last day to sign up for Stampin' Into Summer. You do not want to miss it. That's all I'm going to say. You don't want to miss it. It's a really fun time. So, all right, friends, we'll see you on Monday. And until then, happy stamping.
Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic. Let's make